everyone. So today I'm doing some work on the butcher shop. So this is the butcher shop that we have been using in the PV mods now for I think almost 2 years. And this is the CM Meat Company. So the big thing with this is I've already done some work on this, actually quite a bit of work on it, converting it over from FS22 to 25. Really, and I'm not going to go through that all now just because, like I said, I've been working on this now for a couple weeks. I will make future videos in the future showing you like how to do that stuff. But really, the one of the bigger things that changed with this version is the collisions on everything. So anything that was a collision before, whether it's a trigger, whether it's a building, it needs to be changed. So what's really cool is, and a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just type in like call, COL, and that will give me like different, and you can kind of see them on here. There's some of them that come up here. With this one, it's a little bit different, but right over here, they actually give you the different presets that it could be, and especially when you're in place. I mean, see the thing with a lot of these are is a lot of these will work interchangeably. Like static object works for quite a few, especially with a placeable building will work with make anything pretty much static as well. So you kind of got to go through and like look at those and make sure that those are all redone. And like I said, on the triggers, those definitely need to be done as well. So like the info trigger needs to be a player trigger. Player trigger also on that for the preset anyway. And really, you can kind of go and set those. I want to kind of take a look here at the unload trigger, and then I got an animal trigger here. So I think these two are going to be, I'm going to have to do some testing on this, and you guys will be watching along with this to see how these are going to work. I'm going to set these, I'm going to set this animal trigger unload as a exact fill root node. I don't know if this is going to work. I guess we'll find out. So let's do that and we'll save it. But I want to take a look and show you guys what, how we're going to make this work. I stumbled upon this a couple weeks ago, and I finally got an answer for a question that I had about it. So let's take a look at that. So if you take a look, this is a GitHub over here, and this is by GTX Andy, which this guy has been around for years. I think going back to maybe 15 and even before. But this is one of the guys that I'm putting on my Mount Rushmore of like, farm sim modders, scripters. This guy is absolutely amazing. And the stuff that he does is just unbelievable. I mean, easy dev controls. I mean, different production scripts. He's done so many different things over the years. I mean, I'm not even doing him justice for the things that he's done, but he's just one of those guys that just makes a ton of good stuff. And I stumbled across his GitHub and happened to see this. And he has, it's called an placeable extended production point. So I kind of went through this, and I'll put the link in the description below. But basically what I did was he has an example XML here, and basically what I kind of did was I went through this and I found out what, how to do. One of the things is he has an animal trigger in here. So I ended up, copying this and doing that, and I was stuck at a point because it said it wasn't recognizing my animal trigger. So it took me, it took him to respond. It took him a little bit to respond, but he finally did, and I'm, thankful for that. But as far as how, what he did, telling me how to, fix this here. So this is the production point for the butcher here, and you can kind of see it's a placeable type extended production point. That's what it's supposed to be. And if you scroll down here, so right now I only have the pigs in here because I was just trying to do it to test it. So the input here is the pig meat. So we're gonna convert the actual pig into pig meat when it gets inputted in, and then it produces these different levels here, and you can kind of see the different things that it's going to have here. So the key for this is line number 99. This is where the animal input is. Animal input, move button text, trigger node, etc. And I have that here. Now it was giving me a parsing error, and I looked at this for hours. Hours upon, probably hours just looking at this, trying to figure out what was going on with this. Well, you see the problem is, I have move button text here, and I also have moon button text here. So we're just going to go ahead and delete one of those. You cannot have two of the same thing on the same line. So now that we have that gone, let's see how that looks. And you can kind of see here animal type pig, and it's going to be pig meat with a minimum age of 6 and a maximum age of, I'm going to change this up to, I think 12 was where we're going to leave it. So between 6 and 12 months. So, and then again, you kind of take a look and you can see that a lot of these are all really the same as a regular factory. If you take a look at the mod description XML, which I'll pull up here, the mod description is, again, I have the L10Ns here, kind of showing what they are. And then down here, placeable type, extended production point with the info trigger, and then the extended production point down here. And going to have to do our fill. Here's our pig meat types here. And then with the new fill types file, so what we did was we made a pig meat, and that's where the pig meat's going to be, is right here. And then we have down over here is, and if you scroll down, that's where you're going to see like the sausage, pepperoni. A lot of these are the same. A lot of this stuff is the same that we had in 22, how you do it. The one different thing is you need one of these in here. Is pallet type equal true for the pallets? And then if you're doing a bulk type, you need it is bulk type true. So that's one thing to do, for down there. And then we have the categories for the selling station and the product. So we have them going into the product category and then also into selling station products. So now we don't need to do any individual updates for the map, even the sell points that are in the map. Anything that's a selling station products, we'll add these into it, and that will be able to be sold there. So I think we're going to go ahead and take a look at this and see how it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and launch the game and make one small change here before we started. I had no price defined. The price was defined as 0.00. So I needed to go ahead and change that. At least I did it at 0.8 for the pig meat. It really doesn't matter because, we're not going to be seeing that anywhere. So I just figured that we'll just go ahead and give it a dummy price. But I guess apparently it needs more than 0.00 according to that. So I don't know why. There's power tools right there. We need that. So we need power tools, the butcher, and obviously the map. We'll load that in. And we'll see what happens. Alright, here we go. And I'm sure, like I said, this is going to be a trial and error to see what works here. So we're going to add in we're going to get some money. And then when I'm testing things, I usually like to buy the shop area right over here. So I buy that. And then I can usually, as long as the building isn't too big, I can place the building right on that near the shop. So I don't need to drive too far. So let's take a look now. And then so construction, factories down below, butcher shop right here. Any errors? No, we got rid of that error. Okay, perfect. So let's see. We have an overlap with object. Shop area is restricted. If we do that and we do free mode, we still have shop area restricted, so this is going to be an issue. I can kind of put it here, I guess, right between some power poles. As long as we get access to the triggers, I think that should be good. We'll see how it works. So we'll drop that there. And then let's see what it looks like. So let's take a look. Let's see, kind of drag over here and see what it looks like. We have access to the trigger. Yeah, we should. There might be we probably can get the truck in here, maybe. Yeah, so this is it here. Let's see what it looks like in the menu. Pig production, pig meat. Okay, yeah. Let's see if we can get something going here. So let's buy a truck. We'll buy the Superliner. And then a animal transport. Oops. Animal transport trailer. Where is that transport? Always, it's like, watching people do this is kind of like, it's right there, it's right there. Well, yeah, it's easy when you're, sitting there. There we go, animal transport. So it's easy when you're sitting there watching it, but then, trying to find it sometimes. All right, there we go. We're gonna buy that. I think I might need to actually go over to the animal dealer to buy these. Probably will. So we'll go over, we'll buy some pigs, and we'll see how it works. I got my note I didn't put my no collision camera. Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts. So let's see, the animal dealer is located right up at 50, kind of near 57, 56 area. So let's we'll kind of head to the left here and head up that first. We should be able to get there. It's like, it's crazy because it's like I use auto drive for so much around here. I don't, sometimes I don't even remember exactly the roads to take to get from place to place just because, again, I use auto drive so much. It's crazy how much you rely on certain mods for these different things. So I'm going to head up to this, head up to the animal dealer, pick up some pigs, and definitely should head back and save. Make sure I do that so that way we can, if there's something that doesn't work right with the shop here, we can kind of test it out and make sure that, things are going to work out right. So we'll head up here. And this hill is crazy, doing this hill right here. This is nuts. It's a big hill. This is a big hill. In my save game, I bought some land to the right of that, and it was like, I didn't even make the field on this hill because it was so big. Kind of just tried to avoid that. So, definitely like how all the elevation and stuff came out with this map. It's awesome. Definitely not flat. Definitely has some characteristics to it, but it also is flat enough to where you could, place some things down. So it's down over here. Usually don't buy animals directly from the dealer. I usually just end up, I don't even, it's the first time I'm even over here with this truck, because I usually am just buying the stuff and just having it transported right to the building, so the pen. So I usually don't even bother with it. Alright, so we got cows. Let's see, we're gonna go over pigs. And we're gonna have 3 month, 3 month, 3 month. Okay, so let's try to buy as many as we can. We'll buy 36. And I need to buy a husbandry first. Interesting. Okay. So let's do that. Then apparently it wants one of those. So apparently we need to do that. So let's put in, get out of this menu here. We'll put in a pen. Construction, animals, pigs. Let's see. I'll do this. We can put anywhere over here, really. And there we go. So how many pigs can I have in there? Do I need to have a fence for it? Maybe? I don't know, these guys. This is the first time I'm doing pigs, so let me see. Let me get out of that. Go back into the shop and construction, and let's sell this. Yeah, sell it. Alright, this time, let's do this one. At least this is going to give us some, so you can kind of give us a custom fence. That should be good. Yes, we do want a custom fence for that, so we're going to go like over here, over there, here, and we'll zoom in for that. Go right to there. And yes, we're going to do that for there. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so now should be able to buy an animals here. Should be able to anyway, I'm hoping. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna go pigs, 3 month. We're gonna buy as many as we can. Yes. Okay. So they should be in the trailer. And they are. Yep, there they are. 3 month ones. Alright, so we're gonna have to change that. Alright, so let's head on back over there. This will be a good test to see if the ones are too young to go in there. Because what I'll do is I'll go into the XML and change. Go into the XML and I'll change the minimum age to 3 months, just to just so I can dump them in there. I mean, I could go in the XML and change their age to 6. Maybe that would be the better way to go. But either way, I can just get these things in there. Let's head on over there. I'm gonna add in some more road textures because somebody was asking, NBC was asking me to put in some road textures that are the black ones that I used last year in Uncharted Valley, like kind of more like a dark like black with the yellow lines. So you wanted those. I'm gonna be adding those in at some point to this so that you guys can decide if you want these kind of colored roads or you want, if you wanted to paint some other ones in, you could do that. So. Heading over here, let's see what this does. Like I said, I'm hoping, first of all, we're testing to the trigger to make sure that the trigger is going to work. I'm really not sure if we need an exact fill root node for that trigger. The documentation on that was not very clear. So we're going to find out if we need a exact fill root node or we need a fill trigger. I think either one of those might work, but I guess we'll find out. So let's take a look. So there's the loading zone for the pallets. I guess I could have turned this thing around, huh? That would have been a little bit easier. We do things a little difficult sometimes. Alright, let's see. And let's take a look. I don't think we're gonna see anything here. I mean, it might help if I didn't have that tree right there. That might help. Okay, so that is not working right now. Okay, so let's do this. Let's save it. I'm gonna get out of here. So I played around with a bunch of these presets and I could not find one that was working. I tried the animal positioning one. I went in here and was just selecting just like trigger and animal. None of that was working. So what I did was I took a look at the default pig barn. I looked at the loading trigger, and on the loading trigger it actually had it set for player vehicle trigger. So I went ahead and I saved it to that, or set it to that I should say, and then I loaded in game. You can see what this looks like after loading it in game. So now I'm actually getting the open animal dialog. So I can hit R or my mouse button, and there we go. There are 3-month pigs in there. So if I do one of them, I'm just going to do one. And then it actually is missing the button for, so this should be moving the animal into the pen. We'll fix that later. So apparently that worked because it's the success one. So we had an animal go in there. So let's take a look and see what we've got. So we had one pig meat come in for. We had one pig meat come in for that. All right, so we are going to have to do some figuring out here. All right, so here's what I've been able to figure out here. I'm taking a look at the our butcher shop from 22 and kind of how Dave did it. But we have our pigs here, and we have a 6-month pig being at gives you 200 pig meat, and we have a 12-month pig giving you 400 pig meat. So I'm going to say we're going to take that and just cut it right in half. Go to 300. So 300 pig meat is going to make then half of all these numbers. So a 300 pig meat would then make 105 ham, 75 pork, 45 bacon, 30 sausage, and 30 pepperoni. So you're saying one pig makes all of this. So the thing is, and this is going to produce, how fast is this going to produce here if we do that? If we change this now, so if we change this to, since it's going there, it's going to be one pig. We're going to have one pig producing 105 ham an hour, 75. I mean, that should probably be pretty good. So it's processing, I guess, the equivalent of one pig an hour. All right, so I think I got how we're going to do these L10Ns. These things just drive me absolutely nuts and off the wall. So I'm going to have pig meat. I'm going to do 500 pigs in this for the butcher here. And then I'm going to, so I set up an L10N translation file with this. And this was the stuff that GTX had given us in there in his on his GitHub page. On the mod description, I made sure to just put in the translation slash L10Ns. And then I believe in order to make this work, I believe all I have to do is delete the L10N part out of here and just leave it in message. So we're going to do that, and this better work. This is driving me up a wall. So hopefully this will work. And we'll save that. We'll launch the game and we'll see what happens. Alright, and we are back in. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the animal dialog like it says up there with R. And there's our 3-month pigs in the trailer here. I'm going to change it to 36. Unbelievable. Move to butcher shop. Can you believe it? Do you want to move 36 animals to the butcher shop? Yes, we're going to move them. Animals were successfully moved to the butcher shop. Perfect. Unbelievable. L10Ns. Lovely. Alright, so we got 36, and I think I'm going to change that pig meat to pig. But we have 36 pigs in there, and we're going to go ahead and, so it should process roughly one pig an hour. It should process a pig an hour, I believe. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward for a little bit to kind of see what's happening here. Oh, it would help if you activate the production, huh? So we're going to go in here. We're going to go ahead and activate it. And we'll store that. And then let's see what happens. That's running. There we go. Now we'll go ahead and fast forward. So yeah, look at that. So again, 105 ham to, yep, went to one pig meat. And you can kind of see that's working there. Just make sure that these things are all spawning, gonna spawn out when they're ready. Should spawn out right over there in the loading zone. Gonna keep this going. Oh, this is great. This is definitely going to be a change here. I mean, this is going to be definitely a change for better. A lot of people are asking for a butcher shop. We thought we were going to have to wait for the revamp script to come out, but thanks to GTX, we're going to have this early, I think. It looks like it's working. Let's see how this works. Let's see, make sure that we get some product here. "29 pigs left." The ratios might be off a little bit. I'm just trying to make sure that we're getting these to work and spawn out. Basically, it looks like roughly about a pig an hour, right? Okay, so there we go. We got our ham pallet over here. Ham. Looking good. No errors. It's always a good thing. Gonna have a pork pallet here in a minute. There we go. There's our pork. Very nice. Right on top. There's going to spawn quite a few pallets here. I'm going to go ahead and sleep through the night. So I'm going to go over to my house and sleep through the night. We'll sleep till 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then let's check out what we got. Alright, so we got another pallet of ham. Still no sausage and pepperonis. Let's check it out. Ham. And there's a bacon. Okay. Alright, we're getting there. Let's do a, and again, we might need to adjust these numbers on this. This is definitely might be a little too low, but let's take a look. Let's sleep till 8 o'clock tomorrow morning again. Just make sure that we get those pallets to spawn out. So I'd probably be asking Billy for some help on these numbers. Alright, yep, and we're out of pigs. And we should have had a sausage and pepperoni. So it takes 36 pigs to get one pallet of sausage and pepperoni. I think we're going to have to do some finicking with these numbers, I would say. Yep. Yep, and there they are. So everything looks good here. So this is just part one of this series here. I'm going to go ahead and add cows and sheep to this shop here. So and maybe chickens. I don't know. We'll see if we can get chickens to work. But yeah, for now, this is going to be part one of the series, and we have an animal trigger working, guys. So this is awesome. So I'll be back later this week with another part, and we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching.